Hello friends. Haha. I am back via video making some greens. And the kitchen is my therapy, so when I'm in here doing my thing, it often leads me to a lot of thoughts, a lot of revelations. So as I'm sitting here just thinking and just, I just thought I should turn on the camera and share because somebody else may be thinking the same thing. Anyway, so last week I posted a video. It may have been a couple weeks ago because I was a little MIA for a minute, but anyway, I posted something in my stories talking about, oh, do you feed your baby food, or do you make food, right? Okay, so I posted that, right? And I basically at the time had just realized, you know what? I haven't jumped into, I really wanted to make Giselle's food because I know how better for her it would be. That's just like us cooking at home instead of going to get fast food, because you don't know what's in your food. But at least when you make it, you know exactly what's going in it. i.e., I'm peeling garlic for my greens right now. Anyway, but I had given myself some grace. I was like, you know what? She needs to start eating. Let me go ahead and just buy these jars just to get her going. And then eventually I'll start making her food. Well, as most moms know, those jars are so easy and convenient that I was like, you know what? She's liking it. I'm liking it. Let's keep this thing going a little while longer. Then my sister, she knows how I feel about health and wellness and the struggles or whatever. And so she sent me this article, y'all. The article was from the government. They just released it like last week, so it was real time. And basically they were saying, they were listing all these baby food companies that are filling up those little jars with all kinds of chemicals that could have negative long-term effects on our children. In comes the mom guilt, right? We're always trying to do what's best for the baby all the time anyway, right? And when we decide to give ourselves grace on something and not go full out, we find out these things. But you know what? There's a reason for everything, right? So instead of beating myself up, I said, okay, out goes the jars. And let me just go ahead and break down and start figuring out what I'm going to do for her meals. So this week for my meal prep, I bought some sweet potatoes for Giselle. I bought avocado and I got some fruit. And so I think what made me a little reluctant was the fact that the first time I tried to give her food, she rejected it. So I was like, oh, she don't like my food. She don't like my cooking. When really I think she just wasn't ready. It was a little early. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another try. Well, I started prepping kind of late last night, so I didn't actually get to let her try it. I baked sweet potatoes, took them out, let them cool down enough to where I can handle them. And then I put them in a bowl, peel the skin off, put it in a bowl, pulled out my hand mixer, old school, and mixed them. I sprinkled like a pinch of cinnamon in it just to add a little something. And I tasted it. It was good. I added a little water to thin it a little bit, but it was good. I put it into a little bitty bowl. I know an easier way to peel this, but I ain't got time. I'm dealing with a little knife. Anyway, sent it to school. I also boiled an egg, took out the yolk, and just sliced up the egg white so she can practice the pincer grip and putting food into her mouth, which we did get to try that yesterday, and she liked it and it went really well. So I boiled an egg, did a hard-boiled egg and sliced it up for her. And some other little snacks, right? So I'm like all day on edge, super nervous, don't know, like, actually when I dropped her off, I was like, I made her food this time. I didn't send any jars. I'm working from home today, so if she hates it, call me and I'll run up there and bring her something else. Still thinking I can use that jar as a backup, but you know what? I texted them maybe like around a little after lunch time just to see how did Giselle do with her food. Obviously, she did well, because if not, they would have called me. So I say that to say, trust your gut. Do what's best for your kid. You can read all the things. But ultimately, when it comes to this food situation, my best piece of advice is to do the best you can and bless your food before you eat it, like your mama told you to. Because you don't know what's in it. They tell you don't eat beef, don't eat pork. Now chicken is just as bad for you as the beef. Well, you know what? Bless it. Pray over it. God will bless it. Allow it to be nourishment to your body. Allow your body to accept it and not reject it. You know the prayer. Pray over your food. Pray over your children's food. And just do what's best for your family. For me, I feel a strong conviction because I love being in the kitchen and I love cooking for my family. So I should be making Giselle's food. That's my story. What's yours?